Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about a forecast for the Republican Party. And this time it's coming from within the Republican Party. A state senator in Arkansas left the GOP and became an independent. And as he issued his statement, he said a lot of things that honestly sounded like he'd been watching this channel. It has become a party of personality rather than a party of principle. A lot of echoing. And then he said something that, while I definitely agree with, he put it into a different context and looked at it from a politician's point of view. And if that forecast is true, it's pretty dire for the Republican Party. I've said that I feel like they're chasing a base that doesn't actually exist. And I could never find a way to explain it further than that. He did. State Senator Jim Hendren said that, well, you can't win a primary without Trump's support, but you can't win a general election with it. Yeah. That sounds about right to me. Trump was such a polarizing figure within the Republican Party that he drove people away. While he did energize, radicalize, whatever term you want to use, a large segment of the Republican base, the percentage that he drove away is enough to lose an election, to lose the general election. So yes, you may get large crowd sizes. You may get an enthusiastic following on social media, but it isn't representative of the conservative movement as a whole. Many of them will sit it out. If they don't vote Democrat, or if they don't vote for a third party, they just won't vote. And that will cause defeat after defeat after defeat. So, if this forecast is correct, and I believe it is, the Republican Party has no choice but to engage in de-Trumpification or get ready for a string of defeats and get ready to be known as the losing party, which then makes it harder to win because campaign contributions will go down. Nobody wants to back a loser. We all know that most companies that donate expect something in return. And if you can't win, you can't give it to them. He also goes on to say that one of the main reasons that he left the party was that he was worried what he would tell his grandkids when they asked. It doesn't seem as though he believes Trump's hold over the Republican Party is loosening. He definitely has a better view than most outside pundits. He's in the party. He is a politician. He is aware of the inner workings. Maybe it's specific to Arkansas, but I don't think it is. I think his overall forecast is right. And while I have a lot of faith in McConnell's Machiavellian political capabilities, there is still the doubt and the wonder as far as whether or not he can de-radicalize the people who followed Trump, who bought into it, who wore the red hats. And that's a big chunk of their base, but it's not enough to win. It's a very interesting development, and he put it in the right words. So it's something to keep an eye on. I would expect the internal strife, struggle within the GOP to continue for quite some time. And if they don't get it under control soon, we can probably expect a pretty big Democratic sweep come the midterms. Because even though the election just happened, the campaigning for the midterms, that's going to start real soon. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.